My name is Grant Robbins and I'm a principal with Robbins Reed. We started our company in 2007. My business partner and I both have about 20 years of experience each in the construction industry. We had both worked previously for large national corporate construction companies and used all sorts of project management software and just saw so many pitfalls in them despite their cost or complexities, and really wanted a platform that allowed us to manage our projects in the simplest, most user-friendly way possible. I've used Expedition, Prologue, custom-built software for some of the companies we'd used before. Really, it didn't have all the features. They would have some of the features we wanted, but not necessarily all the features that we wanted. And then one of the biggest things that Procore offered us was the ability to get other users, subcontractors, consultants, owners on board and access to it that typically is much more cumbersome and costly with a lot of the other platforms. I'd say the biggest success story was just how quickly everyone was able to get up and running on it. It didn't create a lot of downtime for our employees at the time. They were able to get into it. I would say the support system from Procore was phenomenal. It really, and to this day, not even just in the initial training, but in the follow-up support phone calls and emails, has really been one of the, I'd say, the greatest success stories, because it allows us to be successful with the software. And then I think Procore also just has really enabled us to jump right in. Part of that's because of the easy use, but the ease of use for other people using it, the consultants and whatnot, you know, telling them, hey, we have this software, Procore, and it's going to allow us to do RFIs and answer it and submittals and whatnot. And they quickly were able to buy in, because if they're not buying in and using it, we're only getting about 50% of the benefit out of it, and the fact that that was so seamless really made Procore that much better. Just a few training sessions with all of our employees, and they were quickly up and running on Procore. You can always do cost management in our industry, typically through your accounting software. And we were doing some of that. When the upgrades came, that was really beneficial and really, you know, if you want to call it a surprise, was refreshing to see how well improved it was and how great it's worked so far. I think that was a great upgrade for Procore. The really great thing I have to say is how well the consultants and owners have embraced it and been part of it. Punch list feature was one. We weren't thinking end of job when we got it. We were thinking beginning of job and, you know, RFIs and submittals. But the how well Procore manages the punch list system was monumentally beneficial to closing out projects. I would say Procore saved us money, mostly in time. Having good project management software allows people to be efficient in what they do. Time sensitivity in our business, because it's so much going on at any one point in time. Anytime you can expedite anything or minimize duplication of effort or double entry or anything like that, really makes people work more efficiently, and Procore definitely allows us to reduce the amount of project management time on specific activities. RFI process, I think, would be one of the largest ones, and then the punch list process. The punch list maybe even outweighs all of them. That is one of those things that's a project engineer, project manager, superintendent, whoever it might be, can spend hours upon hours on the phone, emails, sending things out, following up, walking job sites. And to be able to distribute a well-organized list with even photos or anything else along with it was just monumentally helpful, not only in getting the information out to people, but making it extremely clear when they came to the site. It was actually quite funny, because Procore has the ability to send out the automatic reminders if they haven't done their work. And we would have subcontractors show up to the job site freaking out, holding a piece of paper going, my boss told me if I don't correct number 63, I'm fired, because they're sick of getting an email in their office, and it would get done. The cost and change order tracking has been very helpful as far as processing change orders and subcontractor requests for proposals on the pricing and whatnot, and being able to roll those up and email a lot of things directly from Procore to the owners has been very beneficial. One of the surprisingly beneficial features is just the document storage. That whole document section isn't one of the things you think about up front, and we've got remote servers and all that kind of stuff, but it's just a very useful place to keep data and information, and it's easy to access for a lot of people. And the fact that you can put the controls and the locks on certain things to really manage access is really beneficial. We use Procore on our phones, the app on the phone, quite a bit. The punch list feature, I think you had mentioned earlier, Gil, one of our project engineers, actually gave some feedback that helped put an update out, and he was amazed, like, these guys fixed this just on my input. So we're using the phone app, and then all of our project managers or superintendents that are on site have iPads. And so they're walking around with the iPads, they're doing punch lists from there, they can take photos of things that they maybe need to store, or just project photos, and they're able to access documents, whatever they might need, right there on the site. It's been something that has helped maybe separate us from others. Procore has definitely been something that we brag about to people. We bring it up to them. We've shown people the project, the software. Procore's been, I think, beneficial in people seeing how maybe potentially us as a younger company can bring a level of sophistication to a job, and Procore definitely shows that, and it's easy to show that to people. They can immediately see the benefits to it, and you can email them. I've even emailed a potential client owner access to the Sandbox test site so they could jump on there and see what it has to offer. And it's helped. And we now have a couple owners that are using it fully integrated and are potentially looking at using it just for their development purposes and things like that. We have a very complex business. I've been in it long enough that I've seen a lot of the other software that's out there, and it does everything that you need project management software to do. As far as commercial construction projects and everything like that, it definitely, for a good price, great support, and functionality, Procore is definitely the one to recommend. We're happy with it. Every one of our employees is happy with it, and I think that speaks volumes to what Procore's built and what they have done. I think maybe one thing that's important to note is the fact that you guys are always looking to better it and improve it, and there's constant updates, and they're not once a year or every 6 months. They're as they come about, and so as things are changing and getting better, we're getting the benefits of that, and you're not getting stung with costs and upgrade fees and all that kind of stuff, and Procore's done a phenomenal job at getting that in our hands so that we can implement it in the field quickly.